2 squadrons set off from Elvington, but somehow we got separated. We were flying home alone. We're all knackered, comms are low, but the main aim was to get home in one piece, and that would have been fine had it not been for the storm.
Bloody hell, what's going on out there, Skip?
Storm's getting worse. Hold on, boys.
Wasn't there any easier way back?
Navigator here. This is the quickest way home.
Quiet down. I need to know if there's any sign of the others.
Can't see a thing. We'll be on the second round of the pub by now. Wait. Something's going on here.
What do you mean, rear gunner?
Some kind of aircraft, I think. It's hard to tell.
Isn't the rest of the squadron?
Not one of ours, that's for sure. It's coming in too fast.
What's going on there? Is it the Jerry?
Shut up, everyone. I need to know what it is.
I can't describe it. If it gets any closer, it's going to hit us.
What are you waiting for? Take it out, man.
I can't get it in my sights. The light. It's too bright.
The RAF, what did they say? According to them, it were a lightning strike. Hit the tail of the plane, sent the plane down into the sea. Well, I don't hold with that. All right, I didn't get a good view. I was sat up front, obviously, as pilot. But I've been in a plane when there's been a lightning strike before, and I don't believe that's what it was. I don't believe it were a Jerry fighter, unless it was some sort of special one, you know, experimental. But the Jerrys were never sent down up in a storm like that, in case they lost it. So, if it's not lightning, it's not a Jerry fighter, what we got left, it's got to be a UFO, isn't it? So when the report came out from the RAF, I objected. I said they got it wrong. It weren't that. And then they came down like a ton of bricks on me, didn't they? Told me to keep quiet, not say a word about it, stick to the official line. I started researching. I started looking into things. That's why I got all these books, all these magazines, these articles got out, hundreds of them. Because there's loads of people, you know, they believe in UFOs. Loads of people who believe in them without ever having seen one. So why shouldn't I be correct? Why shouldn't my ideas be correct? And the RAF report, well, that's just a cover-up.
I don't see Mark. I don't see either of the surviving crew. I don't know whether he feels guilty about what happened, and this obsession is part of it, whether he feels somehow responsible for the deaths of half the crew and John's horrible injury, but you know, he was married to my wife, Gwen, before I was, and I think she just couldn't stand his constant hobby horse. What happened on that night. I don't have a relationship with Mark. No.
Him? Well, what do you think? I mean, I married Gwen, didn't I, straight after the war, 1945. 2 years, it was fine. Then, 1947, Roswell. You heard of Roswell, the Roswell incident in the United States? And that sort of got me thinking again, because there was some sort of cover-up going on. Well, my wife, Gwen, she couldn't stand that. She said I was getting obsessed. And Gareth didn't help. He started chatting to her. Well, chatting her up, really. And the end result was she divorced me and moved away, moved off with him. So obviously I'm not talking to him, am I?
Well, I'm retired now. I have my own obsessions. As you see, I'm interested in military history and I collect fossils, I do family history. I thought when I retired that things would get a lot quieter and I had more time to sit down and do nothing and look at the sky, but really, no, I've been busier since I retired than before, than while I was working.
We always refer to Gareth as Stick, you know. Short for stick up your ass, because he always followed the line, always toed the line. If the RAF had said black or white, he would have believed it, you know, he would have said that were true. So when I said to him about the UFO, he obviously wouldn't believe it. He stuck to the RAF report. He said if that's what the RAF had said in their report, then obviously that's what we had to accept. He thought it were a bit odd of me to be going on about other things.
What do I remember from the storm? It's hard to forget. We flew into the most extreme and terrible thunderstorm I've ever experienced. I couldn't see anything, it was dark, but I could certainly feel everything.
Bloody hell, what's going on out there, Skip?
Storm's getting worse. Hold on, boys.
Wasn't there any easier way back?
Navigator here. This is the quickest way home.
Quiet down. Any sign of the others up there, rear gunner?
Can't see a thing. They'll all be on the second round of the pub by now. Wait. Something's going on here.
What do you mean, rear gunner?
Some kind of aircraft, I think. It's hard to tell.
Is it Rester Squadron?
Not one of ours, that's for sure. It's coming in too fast. Flight engineer here. I see it too.
What's going on out there? Is it the Jerry's?
Everyone, shut up! I need to know what it is, rear gunner.
I can't describe it. Nothing moves like that.
What are you waiting for? Take him out, man.
The light. Too bright.
Lightning struck the tail of the aircraft. That's what I believe. That's what the official report said. I've been in aircraft which have been struck by lightning before and since several times. I know what it sounds like. Couldn't see anything from where I was, but sounded like lightning. And all the evidence is that it was lightning. Do I blame Mark for the crash? When you're in that sort of situation, you have to make a split-second decision, decide instantly what you're going to do, what is the right thing, what evasive action, what action you're going to take. He decided to fly directly into a terrible thunderstorm. Was he wrong? Yes. Do I blame him? You have to ask John. Does John blame him?
Johnny? Aye, poor Johnny. He was the one who suffered most, of course. Being in the back, in rear gunner, he was the one who lost his sight. While they were in therapy, wouldn't talk about it. He wouldn't listen to what I was saying. He wouldn't give me any support, and eventually we lost touch. He moved away. Got no letters from him, no contact at all, until all of a sudden, out of the blue, comes this letter. Wanted to organise some sort of reunion. Now, you got to support the poor fella, haven't you?
Well, I suppose we had to do it sometime. I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm meeting two damaged men, Mark and John. I'll be very happy to see John again, see how he's looking after himself. But I think we've all been putting this off for years and years, and it was about time we did get together. But it could be awkward. Don't know. Anyway, let's get on with it. Mark.
Carol. Take a seat.
It's been a very long time.
Aye, it has. Aye. Have you been all right?
I suppose we had to do it sometime. Yes, I've been fine.
Oh.
And you?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I suppose, like you say, had to happen sometime. Aye.
Gwen says hello. She hasn't come with me today, but...
Ah, right, I was, yeah. Is this it?
Oh, John. John.
Gareth? Yes. Gareth! Yes. How are you doing?
Yes.
Great to see you.
Hey, this is John.
Ah, good to see you.
How are you?
Not so bad, not so bad.
Let's have a little seat just here.
I think it's all right, I'm fine, don't worry.
Oh, nice to see you.
Yeah, that's great. All these, how long's it been now? A long time.
Oh.
A long time.
What are you doing?
It was a slow start after the war, you know. I mean, I did a lot of rehab. But then I started a business. It was, about 10 years ago, with my brother-in-law.
Aye, what sort of business was that then?
It was, it's stuff for blind people. I mean, you know, if you're blind, it's a good idea to make life as easy as you can. It's transistorized alarms, actually. I mean, if you can't see anything, you can never find the bloody kettle, wherever you are in the kitchen. So all you do, little transistorized gizmo, bit of Velcro or super glue on the back, wave your hand around, you know, and there's the kettle. It makes a noise. It's simple.
Good idea. Cool. Sounds good. You've done well.
I've been lucky. Yeah, I've been very lucky. What about you, Mark? Have you got family?
No. I sort of
yeah.
did have, but I don't think we ought to talk about that, should we?
I'm sorry. I heard something, but I didn't really know.
No. I mean, I've had things to do. I've kept myself occupied.
Doing what exactly?
Well, I've been doing research, haven't I? You know.
How do you mean research?
Well, into what happened. I've been studying UFOs and that. I've built up a big collection of newspaper articles, books, magazines, you know, all that sort of thing, all about UFOs, and I reckon I know quite a bit about it now.
I've been in history now. Now I'm retired, I've got time to actually go and research on the spot. I've been spending time in Normandy, not just the Normandy beaches. I'm going to do Agincourt in October for the battle. I'd like to study that a bit more, but normally I've done D-Day and the Normandy Beach.
UFOs?
Yeah. Book coming out in March, you know, just on what happened in Ouistreham in that one, probably just north of Calais.
Right. Yeah, that's brilliant, yeah.
Anyway, now we're here.
Yeah?
Maybe there's something we ought to discuss.
Well, we're here to talk about
it was that
our
night.
experiences.
Aye.
Yeah.
That night.
Well, I was the only one who saw it. No, it's not a thing you forget, is it? If you want to know, I mean, I remember.
Time to clear it up.
Yeah, right. Well, we're coming back, weren't we? It wasn't on the way out, it was on the way back.
No, we're on the way back. We'd had a bit of a problem.
Weather was getting really shitty, and I was looking out of the rear turret, and I saw this light.
Bloody hell, what's going on out there, Skip? Tom's getting worse. Hold on, boys. Wasn't there any easier way back?
Navigator here. This is the quickest way home.
Quiet down. Any sign of the others out there, rear gunner?
Can't see a thing. They'll all be second round in the pub by now. Wait. There's something out there.
What do you mean, rear gunner?
Some kind of aircraft, I think. It's hard to tell.
Is it Rester Squadron?
It's not one of ours. It's coming in too fast.
Flight engineer here. I see it too.
What's going on out there? Is it a Jerry? Everyone, shut up! I need to know what it is, rear gunner.
Can't describe it. Nothing moves like that.
You're going to have to do better than that.
It's not an aircraft. It's coming in too fast. It's got to hit us.
What are you waiting for? Take him out, man.
Can't get it in my sight. The light. It's too bright.
I could see the blood vessels in my eyes, you know, and then it's as though they disappeared, and it was just light, and it went straight through my body, through every nerve and fibre in my body, and I suppose I made some kind of a noise or something, but I never had such pain in my life. It was everywhere. It was agony. I couldn't move.
I'm convinced it was a lightning strike.
That's good. You're following the RAF. You said
Now, Gareth, come on.
It's what the RAF said. That's what you
right.
Does it ever matter? Does it matter that you really need the answer? It's not, as I say, it's not what it was, but what it did to us. And remember the lads who didn't make it. I don't know what it was.
But you seem to have done all right for yourself since then.
I've been lucky. I've been lucky. I mean...
looks like you got over better than we have.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, whatever it is between you guys, and I mean, I've
There's
heard...
nothing between us, guys. There's nothing between us. It's just we have different
Right,
opinions.
okay,
I believe
right.
the
No,
RAF
fair
report.
enough, you know. I mean,
you seem to settle down after the war, got over your problems, or more or less, anyway. And
it wasn't...
I think we both had.
Well, I've sort of stuck with mine, I think.
I don't know. I mean, it changed my life because I met my wife through it. Well, as I say, she's one of the nurses at the hospital. It was the end. It was the end of one part of my life, the seeing part. but it was the beginning of the second part, which was better. You know, funnily enough, it is better. I mean, I'll never get used to it, the blind bit, but good God, you know, it's made up for since then.
You seem to have done well, and I sort of get the impression that maybe I haven't done the right thing.
You were the skipper. You were a bloody good skipper.
You know. Maybe I made the wrong decision on that one.
You made the right decision. And that was it. And I don't think you don't want to carry any guilt.
No, it's just...
I'm just going for the simplest explanation. I think it was a storm, but you have to make a split-second decision in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
It's just when you see all these bits in front of you like this, it sort of brings it back.
Are these all Halifax bits?
Bits.
Halifax, look, this is a...
Oh, they got bits.
Bits of
I don't know
Halifax,
what
yeah.
that is. What, do you reckon we're going to build one?
I reckon so.
I think we
should.
We could build a Halifax.
A very small one with the bits we got here.
A single-seater. Yeah, that'd be great. Then we could all go down the pub, have a pint.
Good
What
idea.
about it?
Are we going to do that? We are going to do that later on.
Well,
I would sincerely hope so.
Better get started then, aren't we?
Right, let's do that.
I was trying to forget, put it to the back of my mind, you know, the fact that I was the one who decided that we would go into storm. I was the one, therefore, who was sort of responsible for what happened to John and to all them who didn't make it as well. But I should have been thinking about them people. Them people were my friends. They helped see me through the war, the ones that survived. I should have remembered them.
After all these years since the war that we've been apart and not met, it's only by getting together again and discussing with the people we actually went through those experiences with that you can actually move on from that experience. I think we finally managed that today.
It was all so long ago now. We were different people then. We were young, we were arrogant, we were frightened. And now it just seems such a great long distance away. But I've learnt a lot today. I've learned things that either I didn't know before or I'd forgotten. And I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful for what's happened afterwards, although at the time I thought it was the end of my life. But I've been so fortunate and so lucky. And today we've been able to renew bonds that, well, maybe I thought were lost. I'm grateful. I'm glad I've come. It's been a really good day.